story. That's a good one.
Oh,
Go ahead.
well, okay. It's just such a long deal. I mean, it's quite a story, but I'll try to keep it short. The Beach Boys were asked to play the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund concert. That's a lot of words. Very important. It was the first internationally televised show of its kind ever. Went to hundreds of millions of people. So we were there. Marlon Brando showed up. I mean, it's the weirdest cast of characters. The Red Army Choir.
That was in Paris, right? That
Yes.
was in
Oh,
Paris.
yeah.
That was in Paris.
So I get this knock on my door late at night before the show, and I hear this. I'm going, who the heck's knocking on my door here? I didn't get to bed, you know. And I hear this, John. I hear George. George. That computes. Yeah, okay, got it. So I look through the keyhole, and there they are. You know, two Beatles. Beatles. So I open the door naturally. You don't want to be rude. So they come in. I think we're going to talk about music and have all this creative stuff going on. And they proceeded to give me an introductory lecture into the benefits of transcendental meditation. Wasn't that great? Wasn't that just about what? That was just perfect. So we said goodnight to each other, and it was very nice. And I thought, well, I'd never see him again, probably. You know, but it was a very nice thought that they would want to share that with me. At the same time, upstairs, Carl and Dennis are getting it from the other two. So it was kind of like, yeah. So the next day, we were in Paris on stage, getting ready to go on, and we had to follow the Red Army Choir. That was a real experience I'll never forget. Ever in my life, we got to make sure we don't try to, you know, that Trump doesn't go out of his way to make it too easy for these guys. 100 baritone singers with 100 balalaikas just completely blew everyone off the stage. So we come up to do a couple of surfing songs, right? And I'm thinking, this is never going to work. How do we follow this? Well, so it was no curtain come today. We just walked out, you know, and tried to do the right thing and be cool. And look right down in front of me, right as close to this front row is there's Maharishi, bookended by two Beatles on each end. So it's not enough we have that thing to follow. Now we have to go and do this thing, and we have no idea what's going on. Suddenly you're just like in this kind of transcendental state because you don't know what else to do. So we performed our songs, and then they just disappeared. They never came backstage. Nothing, you know, like usually the artists will come back and say, hey, great show, or nice work, whatever. But we did get a call from Maharishi. And if you follow my meeting, and so that evening we went over and he introduced us to TM, and the Beatles flew home. And their job was to capture America's #1 band and get them to meditate. Do TM, because Maharishi's basically selling this idea to the world. How best do you do that? Well, you do it through music, which is a great medium. Anyway, and actually, it's a great technique. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a great thing. More people should do it. So, that's it. That's the story.
And you know,
Are you happy now?
I was happy before you told the story. You know, you would think that there were pictures of the Beatles and the Beach Boys all together because they knew each other. But of course, you know, the 60s isn't now where, you know, everybody has their phones. So the closest we could get is Al and Brian and some guy. At the Grammys a few years ago. So there you go. So you got to put on a different instrument. Okay, we're gonna